Sure, everybody's seen it. One of this big Tonka truck, off-road truck, and that's what it looks when it goes up. But we're hauling trees out. This is old Volvo 825. I'm not sure what year's, 90s. Maybe the new one's a lot better, but I gotta see, make sure we got everything out. There's a little bit stuck, so we're hauling this tree out. But the point of the whole video, how big is it? I'm 6'2" tall, so this tire's about 5 feet, five and a half feet tall. I run this thing not too often, but once in a while. And if you think this is easy job to do, I tell you what, if you run this thing for 8 hours, you will effing wear you out, because this is the roughest riding piece of equipment ever. It has no suspension in the front axle, and then it has a walking beam in the back, so the suspension twists. Park brakes off. Yes, this is automatic. I believe it has some sort of Allison in it, but it is very rough riding. So this is like a city dump for grass and tree limbs. That's basically it. You can't throw any garbage here, which is good. But this is very rough riding. And I got a guy at work, UPS. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind to ride, run heavy equipment, because everybody thinks like it's, easy. So yesterday was Sunday. I actually ended up running an excavator over there. I will show you what we did. But anyways, so I ran an excavator. Usually my dad runs the excavator, and I run 963 Cat. And I kind of got used to the 963, and I don't have enough patience for the excavator. I don't know why. I'm not doing too good with it. Like, I can do it, but it's very time consuming. Today we end up hauling trees out, but I'm on my way back to the job site. So this thing, in the top speed is about, 22, 25 miles an hour, and you don't want to go too fast. Like, literally, I'm not shaking my hand. I'm just, it's effing rough, man. And this is on pavement. If you feel every effing bump. So if you are running this thing like literally off-road, man, it's hard on a guy. So what we end up doing, the project is we're cleaning the creek out, because it needs we farmed this field right here behind the houses, in that triangle up there a little bit. So what we end up doing, last year we cleaned this creek out, but the cattails kind of took over, which is fine. That means there's moisture, and we end up doing, we clean this creek out all the way to the corner, made it smooth, and it goes clear way over there. There's 963, there's the excavator. So now we gotta put a culvert there. This ground is really nice and firm. I dissed it with the old tractor, which I keep wanting to record the video on that tractor, how I got it and why I got it, and why is it so special for me, and I absolutely enjoy running that thing. It's rough. So now we got the pipe. My dad's working on it, and that pipe needs to go over there. That's the crossing, a culvert, 5-foot culvert. And so the culvert is 68 inches in diameter, and it's 24 foot long. It's a used culvert. Can now afford buy a new one. New one is $6,000 or so. what I tried to say. So I'll find the used one. We're gonna put the used one in, which is good enough for the crossing. There's no needs to be for the inspection because it's in boundaries of your own property. And then we have to pack it. But we didn't get rain for a very long time, so I'm gonna have to pack the dry dirt pretty much. Ugh. We can shut this thing off for now. Lights off. That's how you shut it off. It's old, but it does the job. It's actually not too bad of a piece of equipment. And it's this off-road truck is a 30 tonner or 25 tonner, and then we have an 835, which is same thing, 30 ton. Tractor finally warm up. So that culvert needs to go in there. We yanked the old one out, which is over there. That was 42 inches. I need to start the cat. That's where it's gonna go. I don't know, he planning to fish that thing in there. And then we have to haul that pile of trees out. So that's my project. I worked out yesterday, which was Sunday. And did not do nothing on Saturday. And today is Monday, so which I gotta go to work in a couple hours. I'm actually enjoying to do this kind of work. It's like not much pressure on a guy. And everything in slow pace. So that creek from the top doesn't look very deep. I don't know. I record this. Maybe somebody is interested or not, but I'm not sure. So we got a bunch of concrete. And if you're a farmer, you don't want this concrete in the field. So obviously this is just for the waterway. But it was like straight and then drop off. It got washed out. So we pretty much veer it out. And you don't want to smooth this out too good. You want to so the water kind of slows down and flows. And then it will soak itself in. Obviously this will fall in a little bit and it'll be a lot smoother. But anytime you build something like that, you want to make it like this. The way it slows the water down. And you want concrete chunks in there. That slows the water down too. If you let it go like a straight shot, that's how the Grand Canyon got created. Obviously there's a huge amount of water flow, but if you get a straight shot of water, it starts eating banks away and it becomes wider and wider and wider and wider, and then you have really deep hole. So this one in Nebraska where we live, a lot of them get sucked in. So you gotta, it's downhill. Then you want to make it like flat, almost going up the hill, and then slopes down. So water runs off from a field, it just doesn't run straight in the creek. You want to pick it up a little bit so the water stops right there, and then you want to make it so it kind of runs along the creek and then falls in someplace. Otherwise, stuff like that will not last too long. Which hopefully we're gonna get rain, snow or rain or whatever. Snow will be better. And same thing on this side. This is a hill. Then I made it flat, which I usually finish with a 963, and then it's like I have a disc and I run a tractor. So right here, I made a little, made it lower right there, so the water can come in. So the water will run, and then it will come in over here and run out. And if somebody curious, what is it? It's how long is this creek? I'm not sure. I think it's 800 feet of a creek, maybe 750. So a job like this, if we would do it for somebody exactly the same way, not including culvert, I would say $8,000 to $9,000. But it's well worth it, because if you just let it go, eventually this creek will bite you in the ass. We'll get a heavy enough rain, and then this water will spill over, and say you have a corn along the edge, the corn get washed out or will rot out, or beans or whatever. And then when it's time to combine, you can't combine the edges or plant on the edges, because you're going to keep falling in, because it gets soaking wet. So there's, I would say, little engineering, and the reason the farm field creek, it needs to be veered out. It can't be just a wall, it needs to be veered out. Then obviously the grass interior, if that would be residential, which someday it'd be residential, but interior it'd be nice to sprinkle some grass, so it gives some roots on the banks, and then the grass roots will actually hold the bank together, and it will last for a very long time to be as a V. I mean, obviously some spots will wash out, but majority of the time, I mean, you get heavy enough rain, there's nothing can hold it. But we don't get much of a mudslides, because the dirt mainly here is like a clay. This is the topsoil, but you dig in a little bit farther in, it becomes more like a yellowish. Okay, I think that's enough information. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but this is the project. Right now we're prepping a hole for the used culvert. Oh yeah, and if I said that culvert, we end up paying $2,000, the new one right at $6,000. It's $224 a foot for a brand new one. The used one is $100. The guy had it. So thanks for watching all.